Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Sorry it's been a long time that we haven't got a video out because I've been busy with my football because I also play football, and Dad has done fishing tournaments and work. But we've managed to get on a lovely Monday morning to Elphicks Fishery on Kettles Lake. So we have picked, we believe, peg 2 because there's no pegs for some reason. Because we've seen some, well, we haven't seen, but the peg next to us is closed. So we're probably going to fish to start out to on them islands. And if we see some fish over there, we'll send a rod out over there and see if we can get a bite. So we've had a lap round, but we just saw that that peg was closed. So we just decided that we would pick the peg next to it so we could fish over there too. So there's already 3 people on here, I think. So we are the third, but there's no one else that's came yet. But we can see if we can get some fish because we ain't been fishing for a while. My dad had a tournament yesterday, fishing tournament. He won it. He won £100, woohoo, and a shield. So yeah, he was on peg 2 on Hawkers Lake. So remember when we went, if you have watched my videos, Hawkers Lake, we went on peg 1, the peg next to it. He caught 33 fish, I think. So that was incredible. And then so he was on peg 2, and then the person on peg 1, they came second. So yeah, it's been actually quite a good week. But now we're on a new week fishing on Kettles, so I'll probably see when the rods are out. Brown bait mix up, so we have F1 Sweet and Amino Black, so we're going to do half on each. And then on the other side, we will have Amino Black. I'm going to sprinkle these pellets on. So there we go. Now we're just going to grab a bit of water and then we'll mix it up. It should turn into some ground bait. So we're just putting some pellets to the side because for later on we'll put a rod down there to see if that will do anything. Now we're getting some beaks on left one. There you go, mate. Bug, but just got to keep on betting that spot up so the fish get more active at feeding. This one is on fire now, but we're gonna go. Now we'll put one more handful out there, see how that does. There we go, so that's that, so we'll leave that for a bit, see if we see any action over there, but this one might go off in a sec. An update, so I'm using my dad's alarms because my alarms won't go in the ground because it's really stiff because it's really sunny, and I haven't got a pod yet, which my dad has, as you can see. But let me show you our fishing spot. So we have got one just in there, then we've got one a little bit out in the open, so from that it's just a little bit out in the open. That's what we have had our most action on, is this rod, so not the right one, it's the left one, which is out in the open. There's a pigeon. Meow. But yeah, so we've had some, there we go. That was our left one again. But we've had some action. Just put a few pellets down the margin. But, oh, you can see my reflection, hello. But, yeah, so hopefully we can catch a fish. I fancy this for our first fish. A little roach. Well, it's like, this isn't setting properly because we had a little roach on. So, that's basically our first fish of the day, just not our first carp. But it's a lovely roach. Right, so this is what we are going to use to spod over on our rods. So we have first got sweet corn, and then we're going to use some hemp. So let's just tip in some of this. Nice old hemp. Go. So first, now we just got to mix this up. So now you're going to add the boilies. You have to grab a few with your hands. So here's some. You got to crush them up. Get that scent. So you've got these ISO fish boilies covered in ISO fish liquid. So you just got to crush a few of these up and just dump them in. So then after this you have got some pellets. So let's just crush these up. So now let's move on to these pellets. So give you a little show. There we go. Got some pellets. Just dump them in. And do one more. There we go. And it goes, and then we mix it all up. So here it is, all mixed up. So got some whole boilies. You got some corn, you got pellets, and you got hemp. See what that does. Finally here with a fish on the right hand rod, and it is a carp. As you saw, we had that roach, and you have one after it. But now, got a carp finally on Kettles Lake. So see if we can land this.
Giving you a good fight. Nearly.
First kettle fish of the day. Here's our first fish of Kettles Lake. It's a lovely common. Whoa. It was caught on a right-hand rod. It's a lovely, perfect scaled common. So literally we were just putting some bait over the top and it's gone off. I've grabbed it and reeled it in perfectly, and we've got a lovely common. Here's the other side. It was caught on a pango wafter on a method feeder, and it's £8. was eating my breakfast and we've decided to put our left one into the margin, and this boy has just gone screaming off. Like screaming off like a 30-pounder. £7.12, I'd say. Here's our second fish. It's £7.12, and we've got a new spot down the margin, and this is where this lovely common was caught. It was on a yellow wafter, which I made by myself. Let's just get him back up. Well, I'll show you the other side actually. There's been a good session on Kettles so far. We just had breakfast. We had this screaming run, which was a really lovely run it was. Here's this lovely fish. I'd be happy if we got a perch. Is this a perch? What is this? Is this a carp or a perch? It's pulling weird though. Definitely something. Oh, it's a perch. Well, look at this giant of a perch. £1.8. It's my biggest perch ever. Look at that. It was on a wafter somehow. I don't know how actually. But it went for the wafter. It's gone off. It was like a beep, boop, beep, and then went to the ground. So, yeah, but it's my biggest fish ever. I'm really happy with it actually. Just I've never seen no perch this big, so I'm really happy with this thing. So, let's see if we can get a carp next time. We've moved swims now because we were just catching like tench and all of that, and not really any carp, so we've moved over here where we saw loads of fish on the surface, so now we're using the surface rod. They're all out there, so we've just been using bread and dog biscuits, but we haven't had anything now, but we'll see you probably with a fish. Here's our third fish. This one was on the surface rod. We lost a few, but we managed to land this one. It's £8.1. Whoa. It was on bread. And we can see if we can get enough one. Here's our second fish off the surface. It's £10. And we'll see if we can get another fish. Here was a fish on the surface rod, putting in quite a decent fight. This will be I think our third one off the surface. As you can see, that reel's going quite a bit. Here's our third fish off the surface. It's 13, found on the nose, just in the teens. It put in a really good fight, explosive take. See if we can get one more. Oh, there's the carp. I'm not sure. Our bread might be off. Here's another fish. This is our fourth off the surface now. It's putting quite a bit. I'll see if we can get this fella netted. He spat the hook a bit. Go on, son. Some other fish feeding. Ooh. There he comes. Here's our biggest fish of the day. It's 15 pound on the nose. I reeled this bad boy in, put in a really good fight on the bread, and really happy. In again, literally fish right after another. Just putting the bread on, and then we get a fish immediately. It's a little common, but we'll see if we can land this one. Here's another one off the surface. This one is 13.8. It put in a really good fight, but yeah, it literally proper took that hose, and I proper pulled that rod, and then it got hooked in the mouth, and then we landed it and got this lovely beautiful coming. Well, here to end it, got a fish on the surface which I lovely struck. There was a ghosty next to it, but I think it's a normal carp, but that's still fine. Well, maybe. This will be something like the 5th or 6th off the top. Let's see if we will land this to be our last fish. Oh no. Hope I got a fight on this one. Here to end it, a lovely £6.2 common. We worked hard for these fish because we had to move pegs. We started down on the other side by the island where we caught 2 carp, and then we moved down there and we caught quite a few off the surface. But it's a lovely common actually. It was out on there, I cast it out and then it just had a little nibble and then I striked it perfectly and we got this to end it. What a session it has been at Kettles at Elphicks Fishery. In total we caught 8 carp, which is very nice, our biggest being 15 pound on the nose. So that, most of the fish were caught on this peg we are right now, and then that peg did alright with a multi-species, so I had like tench, perch, can't think of the name, it is roach, there we go, but so it has been a lovely session here. We've got the wind blowing, even it is really sunny. I'm a bit sunburned as you might see, but yeah, it's been actually quite hard getting these fish as it is very sunny. But if you have any recommendations on any of the lakes in Elphicks Fishery, please let me know, because we'll probably try to get a video on there. So yeah, it's been a really good session. In the start it wasn't the best, we lost quite a few on the surface actually, which was surprising, but we didn't bring the surface rod, we forgot it, and then so we had to use our bottom rods to do this. So yeah, but it has been a brilliant session, I've loved it. So yeah, see what our next video will be. See you soon.